Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Euro 2024 Q&A, people. And Spain through to the final of Euro 2024. 2-1 winners over France. So France and Kylian Mbappe out of the competition. Lamine Yamal announces himself to the world with an absolute banging goal, which was then the equalizer, and then Olmo with an equally as good goal as well. Span Tchouameni, and we all know how good Tchouameni is and the levels Tchouameni is at, but Spain deserve winners thoroughly. So like I even put in the title, Yamal Screamer. Absolute banging goal. So we'll be discussing Spain winning, France going out. Of course, some England-Netherlands talk as well, because that is the other semi-final tomorrow. But please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, big up to all the audio listeners as well. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Hit that like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. You see the socials there at Sarcasm City TV. Follow Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe. It is road to 12,000 subscribers here, and go follow the playback as well. So get your questions in, people. It doesn't necessarily have to be Euros. You could have a Copa America question. We will be doing the Argentina-Canada game following this, so maybe you have a question on that. That's absolutely fine. Maybe it's Manchester United. Seems to be a lot going on. Lenny Euro, you've got De Ligt, you've got Bramthwaite, you got Agate, you got Xerxes, the Turkish fullback. I keep forgetting his name. So lots of links surrounded by around Manchester United. But they seem to be doing business as well. Bids being made, personal terms being offered, etc., etc. So yeah, like I say, get your questions in. I believe we have. Who is this even in the building? We got Jez in the building as well. Yes, Jez, what you saying, fam?
Big up, bro. What you saying?
I'm all blessed. What's this, Mr. Hustle Hard 304? Thank you.
That is the Instagram handle for Lamine Yamal's dad.
Oh, is that his wait? That's your Miles' dad's Instagram handle. That's
yes,
funny.
yes, bro.
That's funny.
Also, now because what's he called? Like he's from the streets, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Like, even his celebration, Lamine's celebration, the hand gesture that he does is actually it's the street number from his area.
Wow, man's 304, crazy. Was he born in Spain?
Yeah, Spain, born Spain. Yeah.
Okay, he's born and bred in Spain. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah. Like obviously he has African background, but Aussies. But born in Spain.
Start there, Yamal, banger. He was my player when I was asked this question before the semi-finals. I said I had him as my player of the tournament so far, and he's further cemented it. Shown up in a big game. What a banging goal to beat a goalkeeper like Young from that distance. Cold. You know what I'm saying? And absolutely cold. Shout out to Sunshine as well in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Sunshine FC. Yeah, absolutely cold, that goal from Yamal. Big up to my Dun C every single time. And even outside of the goal, he was their biggest threat. He was quieter in the second half, as were Spain overall, because France got more into the game. But France really huffed and puffed and didn't really offer too much, to be honest. They didn't really offer too much in the second half. You can think the Mbappe chance towards the end. Over the
night, it was bad when the most threatening player was Bacola.
Yeah, Bacola looked the brightest getting on, but France just didn't offer too much, and eventually Deschamps' incompetence caught up with him. That's what I'd say. His incompetence caught playing Dembele, playing Rabiot. Kolo Muani scored, but even playing Kolo Muani, not playing a more attacking fullback at right back, even though Koundé defensively was good. It's like, you got to go for it. Switch it around. Give yourself, especially when you're playing Dembele over there, your right-hand side is non-existent.
Yeah.
It's non-existent. For real. Like, that's it. Man is saying big up to, I think that's Cam who just switched his name to ODS. He says, player of the tournament and young player of the tournament. Give him both awards. I hear that. He's currently, unless somebody out of England and Netherlands goes crazy in the semifinals and has a stellar performance in the final, I think it's his. He has been. And I keep talking about it in regards to, it's not just him getting goals and assists, decision making. 9 times out of 10, he makes the right decision. Always C1, why did you become ODS? What happened? But anyways, big up to C1 every single time, because that's Cam's handle as well, and others. And shout out to my guy Benji, who run the whole ODS Only Daddy Stuff movement also. But yeah, with Yamal, 9 times out of 10, he makes the correct decision. even if it's not executed, say the pass is under hit or the pass is over hit or the shot or the cross is not the best, it is the right decision, which is what consistently anyone who watches me on watch alongs I talk about all the time. Decision making. You know what's crazy? Pro clubs, I talk about it. Decision making is making the right decision, and his ability to do that at that stage is crazy. Off the streets, G, yeah, fucks with that. Big up, you know what I'm saying? That's like you mean your Yamal's dad. So hard. So I respect that. Hope you're a good T1 though. Long time, man. So I hope you are blessing everything, young G. Hope you're blessing everything. But yeah, like I'm saying, to me, Spain thoroughly deserve winners. Have been the best team at the tournament. Have had the best player at the tournament. Nico Williams was quiet today, but he's been good. I think you have to also credit Kunde, who is defensively very good. Morata was Morata. Olmo outside the goal was good. Ruiz just keeps the ball ticking. Rodri is at a level we expect. And we got to give credit to Spain defensively because we looked at it with their suspensions and thought they'd be got at. But Jesus Navas, before he went off, did a good job. Nacho was good. The centre-back who came on and played at right-back played well. Laporte was decent. Cucurella was good from a defensive standpoint as well. So you have to give him credit. Vaj says Spain will win this tournament. It's not coming home flawless. I keep telling you it's coming home. These lot were just playing for second place, really. Spain and France were just playing for second place. Because I've been saying this, it's coming home, and you should believe me, even though I'm lying. And to Sunshine, who's there laughing at my Don Grim, and this is why you're a bad man. But she put, did anyone check on Grim? LOL. And she didn't even get to write the LOL because she was too busy laughing. She put LOL after. Grim is fine. You don't need your fake pity. Grim is good.
She emphasized the LOL in capital letters. That's how you know it's like criminal.
Outrageous. But we expect nothing less from Sunshine, to be honest. It's nothing less. But your thoughts on the game, just talk to us.
Nah, bro, like obviously Spain, which is ironic because like Spain should up 1-0 first, but then Ruiz missed the sitter, and a couple minutes later, France Mbappe with a good cross into Colomwani. He scores the same kind of header this time around. What though? You kind of start thinking that okay, we're getting a good game. And to be honest, the first time was really good because you knew both teams had to go kind of for it. Well, Spain had to ended up going for it now because they were 1-0 down. And then we get into the Lamine goal. I'm like, I said it on the playbook. We played Barcelona in the preseason last season, and Cube obviously said Reguilon gets cooked, like because he's not the most defensive fullback, which I agree with. But when I was watching that preseason game, and Lamine came on, and I was like, who the hell is this kid, bro? And then somebody told me he's like just barely turned 16, because his birthday is literally in like mid-July. So he comes on and he violated Reguilon for just 15 minutes. I was like, okay, this kid is special, bro. I needed 15 minutes to know that he's different to any other 16-year-old that I've seen. And it's not because Reguilon is shit defensively. Nah, this kid is actually amazing. So, the goal, like, he can score them goals. Like, I think people say, okay, it was a fluke because he had the same shot. No, like, you can see that's the technique because he had two shots like that, and they were also not far away from that. But then for the other shots, you knew that okay, the France players put more pressure on him because they knew if he gives this guy another opportunity to shoot like this, he probably scores again. Yeah. So, and then obviously the second goal from Dani Olmo, which was also really good. Well, it was an own goal, but
I think they initially gave it as an own goal, but then initially they gave the goal back to him.
And they changed okay. Anyway. Yeah, because it was going in. Yeah, I agree. Because I mean, just the type, like, and I've been somebody still very critical. Like, I don't really gonna change my opinion just off this one tournament because 8 games is very short period, and he came off the bench a lot as well. But he's a really good tournament, Dani Olmo, and he's been bringing a really good impact to Spain. The goal itself, like, just separating yourself from Tchouaméni like this is just incredible. And then, obviously, finishing the chance off, obviously comes off Kunde, but it was going on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So at that point, it's kind of like it's 2-1, but it's still early in the game. And I think I mentioned a couple times already that France attack is awful, but they can always spring up with a surprise. But as long as the game went on, as they started making substitutions, then you start realizing is that they're not going to score a goal here. Like, and then it got to a point where France just had to pop the ball around and just make sure they don't lose it in stupid areas. This was the game was. This why the second half was kind of slow and boring for some people. For me, it was kind of like Spain knew that they have the lead, and that now that France's weakness is not scoring goals. This was the first goal in open play, I think.
Yeah, it was their first goal in open play. Yes, it was their first goal in open play. Yes.
So this is not a team that's been free flowing scoring, and this is why I said I didn't have confidence in France actually getting. Like, I predicted them to get to the semi-final, but I said semi-final. This is where they're gonna guarantee go out. Not because I don't think France is a bad team or anything like this. Again, they got to the semi-final, but it's just the fact that I watched France going into this tournament. That's why when people ask me, that's why when people ask me, don't you put France as one of the most disappointing teams down there? I don't put France down there as my disappointing team because this is what I expected. I expect them to be poor all tournament, and they were poor all tournament. I said you can't go in this tournament. I said you can't go into this tournament with a Koulibaly, Mbappe, and Dembele front three. Nobody wants to create for each other. Yeah. It's the most unbalanced, no balance in the front three. I said Ulisa needs to be in the front three for them reasons because you at least create for the team. I said Griezmann hasn't been he had a good season last season, but he chopped off in the later part of the last season. I said that Mama's boy, aka Rabiot, Deschamps' favorite. He's somehow gonna find his way into the team.
It's crazy.
I said that no, Kante had a good tournament from his individual standpoint, but I feel this is not the profile that they necessarily needed in there. No. Like when you have Tchouaméni already, then you don't really need this kind of like guy who wins the ball back like that. Yes, you can have somebody who's decent at winning the ball back, but you need somebody who can help in the final third. I said, obviously, Camavinga should have more often than not been starting over him in my opinion, but obviously that hadn't happened. He only came in when Rabiot comes off the pitch. I said give Zaire Emery an opportunity because Zaire Emery, you know your attack is struggling with goals.
Something different that Zaire Emery, and he's got an offensive mindset.
Like we saw him score goals in the Champions League. And he scores goals in the French league as well. I said already, Kunde, from the defensive standpoint, this tournament was class. But offensively, he has offered nothing. And I said, bring Gusto to the tournament. Jonathan Klaus is on the bench. I looked it up earlier. He's on the bench, and he's your most offensive right back that you have at the tournament. And he is a right back. And you not choose to play him because you want to prefer defensive society. This is why I ask you, even in the quarterfinal, was Deschamps a defensive player? Because there's no way you have a. I have to ask
for those that don't know, yes, Deschamps was a defensive midfielder, and him and Cantona don't like each other. I don't know if it's like that now, but Cantona called him a water carrier, which is basically like saying you get the water and bring it to the others, like what a defensive midfielder does. Pretty much. He calls him. He called him a water carrier. I don't know if they're cool now, but Cantona famously called him that. But for those that don't know, yes, he was a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, and it's like I was wondering because, like, bro, you cannot be trying to be so defensive, but then your attack is so lacking. And I said time and time again, a team that has somebody like it's all good having creators like Griezmann in the final third, but you need this kind of deep line playmaker from the deeper areas, and this is where this team needs Pogba. You can see the difference with him in the team and without him being in the team. And I said this in my predictions. That's why I said the maximum they get to is a semi-final, quarterfinal. That's why I'm not surprised. Like they played to my expectations. I didn't expect more. I didn't expect less. Like less would have been like a round of 16 exit against Belgium, and they played bad against Belgium as well. So yeah, no surprise. Again, not surprised with Spain as well. I've said before, determinant. When you have midfield options like Spain, and then when you have a wing play, or when you have two wingers like this, I don't know how we cannot go to the final with those type of wingers on both sides. Some people don't rate Nico Williams like that, which is cool. But the fact that he's so direct, and then you have Lamine who plays like a veteran, or he plays like somebody who's in his 20s already. It's incredible. Like, there's something that I talk about even talking about all the time. People ask me, do you prefer a striker and a winger or two wingers? I say all the time, two wingers. Give me a left winger and a right winger. Because I think you can get away with an average striker if you have two good wingers.
Which we are seeing with Spain, because Morata is bang average. Right? Let's not get him misunderstood. He did little to nothing today. He did little to nothing in the quarterfinal.
Like he contributed like in terms of just being like just trying to actually win balls. Like
he's a tryhard. He's a tryhard.
That's what he did. Like he Kane wouldn't do this, for example, to what Morata did today, which is being involved in some sort of capacity.
Yeah.
Kane would just stand up top, looking around and just wondering like when the ball is gonna come to him. Like
Being
Morata at least
anonymous.
exactly like Morata made himself actually okay. Oh shit, Morata's actually still on the pitch. Like Kane, he makes you feel like is Kane
He's
still on
got
the
the
pitch?
pitch. Yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact that Morata from the offensive standpoint, as a striker, what a striker's supposed to do did fuck all today. But again, you can get away with it when you have two wingers on both sides who are great.
Yeah.
You don't need to create a striker.
And then you have
Or
Ruiz and Almo backing him up as
and
well.
then you have the midfield balance. That's why I said like I don't know how this team can't get to the final. If they don't make it to the final, it's because they underperformed, not because they're not good enough.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That is very, very fair. Hey, we're at 20 likes. Big up to you lot. Please continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Continue to get your questions in as well. Of course, if you're a member of the channel, your question will take priority like a super chat. And if you super chat, we'll get straight to it as well. But good to see all the mods in the building as well. Let's see what else. And I keep telling you, Vodju says, Flawless, if you think that England will beat Spain in the final, then I don't know what you're smoking. I said Spain will beat France. And like I said, man, England are going to beat Spain because it's coming home. And you should believe me, even though I'm lying. But here we are. Big up to Dante says, mate, I might just buy some Kool-Aid just in case. See, man, we turning non-believers into believers over here on the channel. I'm telling you. Warrior J says, if Spain or Netherlands/England wins this, who do you think will be the player of the tournament? We was talking about this just before you got on Warrior J, Yamal. I can't look past him currently. Like, unless Netherlands or England, definitely young player of the year. Definitely.
The young player of the year is decided already, in my opinion.
Yeah, without doubt. So, yeah, I would definitely say him and big up G on Ruli. He says, big up Flawless, stay grafting. Hey, you already know. Big up to Omar B. Says, Viva España, Flawless. Hey, salute to Spain. They've been the best They've been the best team at the tournament. They've been the best team at the tournament, and no one can begrudge them a place in the final. They've been better. They were better than France. They were better than Germany, better than Georgia, top their group. They've been better than everybody they've played, and they've took full advantage of that. And defensively, where you think they might be a little bit weak, they've also done the business as well. Because France's attack is poor, yes, but they're still limiting France even getting into the final third into areas. And they've done that the entire tournament pretty much. Georgia is probably the team who give them the game the most. It's probably Georgia. Germany gave them a run for the money at times, and Germany, after Spain scored, Germany had the momentum with them and thoroughly deserved their equalizer. And I think their manager realized he got that wrong, and that's why he left Yamal and Williams out there. He didn't take them off till like the 92nd minute. Did not take them off. Yeah, it says if Spain win the Euros, says Yamal had an even more impactful debut than Mbappe in 2018. No, because the World Cup's bigger than the Euros.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what it is. Like we can debate performances, but the World Cup, the Euros is not bigger than the World Cup. So it's on a grand scale. Euros or Copa America, AFCON, Asian Cup. Am I missing anything? What's the other continent's trophy?
Copa.
I mentioned Copa America. I think
that's okay. You said Euros, Copa, Asia.
Yeah, AFCON.
That's all AFCON.
Isn't there not one in Australia? Don't they have a continent?
No, the play in the Asia Cup.
All right, I thought Oceania had a cup. So yeah, outside of those, none of those are bigger than the World Cup. So that's why. But Yamal is definitely.
But in terms of performances, like my memory is kind of like a little bit fading because it's been some time ago. But in terms of performances, though, like the performances have been really good. Like I agree definitely with the notion that the fact that it was a World Cup. That's why I'm like, if he was doing this now in a World Cup,
yes,
Gold Cup in the CONMEBOL, yeah. But I'll be talking about more so the major ones. That like I think the AFCON, Euros, Copa, and Asia are like the main ones out of all of them. But yeah, talking about what I was going back to was saying like, well, if he was because the World Cup, just the funny part. He turns 18. Well, he's barely gonna be 19, turning 19 by the World Cup. So he will be in the same situation as Mbappe, with potentially already with the Euros. So if he goes, he has to have 2 more seasons on his legs. And we're talking about then the Spain probably progression. They're probably gonna find a couple more players because again, it's Spain. There's always gonna be production coming through. So in terms of performances, they're up there in terms of that. But because it wasn't a World Cup, I give the slight extra Mbappe just because it was the World Cup. But the performances are not far apart from each other. Because again, we watched all the
Yeah.
Spain games. Kid has been unbelievable, and the fact that he's been in the conversations for player of the tournament, forget the young player of the tournament, player of the tournament, it's a big thing for itself already.
And like that's it. Because just to clarify to people in the chat, that's the question is who had the more impactful tournament debut. So we're not comparing the two as players. We're not comparing the two in terms of talent. It's literally Mbappe's World Cup versus Yamal's Euros. Now, don't get misunderstood. If Yamal goes and balls out in the final, man of the match, a brace or a hat trick, or you know what I'm saying, 2 assists and a goal, or he's just head and shoulders the best player, then it is definitely more of a conversation. But to me, currently right now, no. Because like I said, it scales in regards to the stage. The World Cup is the biggest international tournament. This is, to me, is like comparing the Euros is not Europa, but it's like the Champions League to Europa League. It's not seen in the same light. Even though the Euros is closer to the World Cup, there's still a level to it. Yeah, go on, fam.
It depends how you view it, because there's some people that view the Champions League even bigger than the Euros. I'm an international guy in terms of I can excuse you that if you're a certain level of player, if you win your country a tournament, because I feel like there's no better feeling and a better thing to do than winning something for your nation. Like you can go and win the Champions League, Europa League, whatever, but like a World Cup, especially if whoever is going to be, for example, I'm talking about all the time. If there's an African country within the World Cup, you're going to be seen as like a god, bro. Nobody going to care about you.
That shows the level. You could be a star for whatever African country you're from, not win AFCON. But if you win the World Cup, you are him. So you could fail. You could be head and shoulders. You could be the number one African player. Let's say hypothetically, you're the number one African player, head and shoulders above everyone. General consensus is you're that guy, and you play for the nation that is top 1, top 2, top 3, whoever you want to pick.
Yeah.
And you don't win AFCON. 4 or 5 AFCONs you don't win, for example. But if you win the World Cup, you're that guy. And that's what it is.
People don't consider Drogba as like did Drogba win AFCON? I don't think so.
I don't think he did. No, I don't think he did win an AFCON.
Because
Prime was shamelessly dunking on him because he didn't win an AFCON. The Nigerian.
That's one player. That was one player, and this probably is Drogba. The reason why people don't want to view Pop and Drogba as one of the best, like he's one of them up there. But in terms of why he's not definitively number 1 or 2 even, it's because he never won an AFCON.
Yeah.
International trophies matters. Like that's not even for Messi, or even for Brazil. Like you can't be up there with one of the greats for Brazil in terms of ability. Yes, you can.
Yes.
But if you can't deliver a World Cup, if you can't deliver a Copa, then certain people will just not put you in the conversation. And again, for some people, they have different priorities. But there's a lot of people who do care about the international thing. And the bigger the nation, the bigger expectations you have as a player, especially if you're a big player yourself as well. That's why I say for Spain even, because Spain has heritage in World Cup, they have a heritage in Euros. So yeah, man, it's just the way I look at it. Like I order it as like I always put international trophies ahead the club. And this is just me though. Everybody has their own differences. Some people say World Cup and then the Champions League. I'm like World Cup, then the Euros, AFCON, Copa, Asia Cup, and then you go to the club competitions. This is my honor.
Yeah, I like that, and that's where it lies. So and what Jez is saying is spot on. Just to clarify why I said what I said. Like if Yamal was doing this at a World Cup, then I'd have to seriously sit down and go, yeah, potentially. But it's literally that's the sole thing. That's the big difference. And like I said, the gap between Euros and World Cup is not as big as the gap between the Europa League and the Champions League, but there's still a gap. We don't look at you the same for balling out and winning the Champions League than we do a Europa League, even if you do very well, even if you do exceptionally well in Europa League, even though the gap's closer. So that's where it kind of stems from. But Yamal baller, and he's now, if he wins this, he now has the chance to go down as one of Spain's greatest players. Bear in mind, they've been a nation that won 3 tournaments in a row. You look at the players around him. You look at his ability. How many more tournaments do you could potentially have? Think about it, like the World Cup, you're gonna be 18. Next Euros 20. Next World Cup after that 22. Euros 24. So you could have played at 5 tournaments when you're 24 years old. So let's say he picks up this one and 2 more. And I was saying this about Mbappe as well. Like, that's the irony of I've said the exact same thing about Kylian Mbappe when he won the World Cup. So like that, you could go down as one of France's greatest players in regards to your trophy haul. And Mbappe still could. And we'll get onto the Mbappe conversation anyway. Warrior J, because he put up
question.
He mentioned no, he didn't put up a question. He mentioned Mbappe's comments, which I actually do like. I didn't like his comments about the whole Pogba situation and saying, "Oh, there's no one like Pogba in the team," but I do like these comments, and hopefully he comes back on his villain act because everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Mbappe. Failed at this tournament. I said you have to deliver not only the trophy but in terms of performance, and you didn't either. Yeah, you got the assist today, and that's it. And yes, the attack is not the best. Yes, the manager's not the best, but you're the best player on the team. Step up, and we've watched you do it.
And he was anonymous. I mean, we can go into this anyway now, because
talk about it. Let me actually pull up the comments of what he said, and then we'll get your thoughts first. Fam, give me one. Give me 1 sec.
No, it's not.
And we'll get your thoughts on it. So big up to Warrior J, because he said, "Kylian Mbappe, in football, you're good or not good. I wasn't good. My Euros was a failure. I wanted to be European champion. I will now go on holiday. I will rest well. It will do me a lot of good. Then I will get ready to start a new life. There's lots to do." Go on. You give your thoughts, fam. Go on.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, and I like the fact that he's owning up to it, because I think a lot of players could have said a lot of different things during the situation, but he himself knows, like, it wasn't a thing that you were out injured. Now you came back with a mask as well, so clearly the intent, you were still capable of playing football. But this Euros has been a disgrace in terms of the level of player, and all the slander currently has gone on, which I've joined shamefully because it's just the crowd that I am. But all the slander that's going on right now is rightfully so. CP's been talking about it for the whole time. CP's talking about it for the whole time, and I don't necessarily think anything that he says is wrong. When it comes to the international team, it seems you can only show up in the World Cup. You have 2 shit tournaments and 1 good, and 2. You have 2 good tournaments and 2 shit tournaments. Both ironically came in the Euros as well. You went disappointingly out in the last Euros, missing the penalty against Switzerland. And this time you went out against Spain, who are a great team in my opinion, but the defense is not like the best out there.
Facts.
I went into this game saying that where Spain could lose this game is its defense, and because of the suspensions. Like, shit, Jesus Navas played at right back today.
Yep, he did.
And he is older than Yamal's father.
He is older than Yamal's dad, yeah.
So the fact that yes, you had the create, it was a good cross, very good cross, and then Colomani with the finish. But the fact that you were ineffective, Poppy, for a good 80 minutes all game. It's like, do you look at those type of performances? If Mbappe wasn't your name, we probably talking about you needing to get subbed off. That's how bad the performance was, in my opinion. Yeah, obviously, there were worse players. There were 2 worse players out there, like
Absolutely, yes,
Dembele, like shit. But we look at you and like, hold on a second, why can't we not stop this girl? Because this guy is playing like dog shit, and he cannot infect the game. And again, like, we talk about it all the time. Like, I think I talked it before, but I never really talked about it on it here. Like, I would say, the last time I looked like an Mbappe season, just from club level as well, was probably lockdown. And lockdown has been time ago, and it doesn't mean all of a sudden I don't rate Mbappe. I still rate Mbappe as a player. But the truth is that it just feels like you're one of the players that just gets carried by your name currently. Like, when are the accolades start showing? Like, here on this channel, we're talking about we talking about we have an honest conversation about every player, even if it's a player that we like.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah. No. Hey, this is an equal opportunity No, sorry.
Yeah, strong.
Everybody will receive criticism. Everybody gets slandered, including myself, who keeps the lights on and owns the shit. Nobody's above being criticized over here.
Yeah,
Nobody.
yes.
Yeah. Facts. Go on, carry
And
on. Please.
with him, it's kind of like I look at him and saying that you came just off a season where nobody cares about the league. Like this is what I'm saying. Nobody cares about like people used to tune in for PSG games because of you and Neymar or the. Nobody cares no more. Nobody cares that you win in league goals. Nobody cares that you score all these goals against Brest and Angers and all these man, bro. Nobody cares. And you just came off a season where you lost to Dortmund in the semi-final,
Yep.
and you were ineffective. You
Yep.
should have gone on to Barcelona, but Barcelona fucked himself over. When we really want to be honest.
Yes, Barcelona. You was ineffective in that game too.
So,
Even though
yeah,
you
like,
scored after it was, yeah.
yeah, and we look at then we go a couple of seasons ago in the Champions League final against Bayern. You missed a clear cut chance. Missed a clear cut chance that you could probably scored, should have scored, which could have helped Barcelona, no PSG win a Champions League. Like I always I said it all the time here, even on the channel. Mbappe's most impressive feat in his career, in my opinion, aren't his goals and the league titles with PSG. The most impressive thing that, in my opinion, he has done at his club level is winning the league title with Monaco.
Yeah, I think club level, I agree with that. Yeah,
that's the most impressive thing that he has done. So all these goals that you score for PSG, all these bangers in the Champions League, don't mean anything to me because you did something way bigger at Monaco. And that's how many years ago? Shit, I was still in secondary when that happened.
Yeah, that's a long time ago because that was before. Wait, was that before the World Cup?
Before the World Cup. Bernardo Silva was still at Monaco. Bro, they had Bakayoko, the Chelsea guy, out there running and looking like you could one of the best players out there.
Yeah.
Fabinho was still at Monaco.
Yeah.
That
was the team that got broken up, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Is Fabinho retired? No.
Yeah. 2016, 2017, that Monaco team.
Yes. And this is the last time I look at you and say, you know what? From a club level, this what I was really impressed of you. Now you're going to Real Madrid, and I shamefully put a tweet up. Let me share that actually because it's hella funny. But this is not your team. You're not like if you would have joined Real Madrid the first time around. Because I didn't blame him for taking the money because this was generational money right there. Like he doesn't have to worry about money no more. But now the situation has changed. But the situation has changed. Vinny has won the Champions League twice. As the sidekick and as the main one.
Yep.
Rodrigo is out there winning Champions League. He was part of it. Jude is in that team. Like you should some guy out there now in this team. You need to earn your stripes, bro.
You're really at that point where the best point you made was the talent's not matching the accolades. And that's what it is with Kylian Mbappe. Yes, we'll start with the Euros in regards to, I said it before the Euros, you're my guy, yes. Stocks on Mbappe, yes. You got to deliver it, you didn't. And it's not even outside it's outside it because I'm looking for more than just goals and assists, even though that's a part of it. I'm looking for performances. Your performances weren't there. You're on the clock. Your performances weren't there. And yes, there is things against you, but guess what? We know how talented you are. We watched you in the World Cup in pretty much a similar position, deliver, even though you lost your stocks roles. That's what we're looking for. And you played against Spain, who Jez mentioned, defensively not the best. All the teams you faced that you've just flattered to deliver. You've been anonymous. PSG, yes, even though you've won your Ligue 1s and your Coupe de France's, we expected that from you. You was brought into PSG to win the Champions League. And guess what? You failed. Is that solely on him? No, Neymar also didn't do what he was supposed to do at PSG, but we're talking about Kylian Mbappe. And now him going to Real Madrid, when me and Veta was having a discussion, shout out to Veta, because he's like, we must stop. You know what Veta's like, we must stop Real Madrid. I was like, that's a you problem, my friend, because you're the Manchester City fan. Real Madrid ain't no problem for me as a United fan. You now have to go in there and deliver. It's like, oh, how long are we giving him to deliver like a treble? And I think I said like 2-3 seasons. Yeah, we need a year one. Because of these performances, we need a year one. Your stock is rapidly declining. You've done nothing of note at international level or at club level since 2017, 2018. We're in 2024. We are going into the 2024/25 season. And we're talking 2017, 2018 season, 2016, 2017, 17 season in regards to club and what you did at Monaco, which was impressive. What you did at France, winning the World Cup in the manner, super impressive. And then you've done nothing of note since. Yes, you've had good performances. Yes, you've put up goals. Yes, you've put up assists. Yes, you've won Ligue 1s and Coupe de France. That's not enough for the caliber of player you are. So not only do you need to go and deliver for Real Madrid in terms of trophies, I'm looking at you. Champions League, of course. La Liga, of course. Copa del Rey. You can't bypass nothing. The Copa del Rey, all three I'm looking at 110%. On top of that, I'm looking for goals and assists from you. And on top of that, I'm looking for performances from you as well. None of this anonymous stuff. You can no longer be anonymous. You have to be, if you're not the best player on the pitch, at least number 2. To the point where we go, oh, Vinicius Jr. balled out today. He was 10-10, but Mbappe was close. He was a 9. He was an 8.5. That's where you're at. Your stocks are rapidly declining. And it's all eyes on you. No Tupac this coming season at Madrid.
Yes.
And the fact that he said what he said, I like that. The fact that he owned it and said, I failed here. I wanted to be a Euro champion. I was not good enough. You're either good or you're not, and I was not good. And hopefully it's a villain arc. I'm not hearing, oh, he's playing centrally at Madrid or he's playing from the right at Madrid. Or
all this nonsense, media briefing saying how but he doesn't like playing from the. Now, Ancelotti is your manager, bro. This is the best manager you're going to be coached under.
The best manager for your stat, for you, the best manager, and you are going into the best. There isn't a better predicament for you. That's why when people was criticizing him about going to Real Madrid, I said, where was he supposed to go? People are like, oh, it's ruined his legacy and all this rubbish. Someone in the chat, tell me a better predicament for Kylian Mbappe leaving PSG than Real Madrid. Where was he supposed to go? That is the perfect environment and the perfect team and the perfect manager for you to thrive. Now go and thrive. Hey, you know how you shut everyone up? 24-25, Real Madrid first ever treble in their history.
Yes.
That's how you should. And you was one of them guys. I said Chelsea, CPU, Liberties. Yeah, because they did wonders for Madrid.
Bro, he doesn't want to be the greatest Europa League winner of all time, bro.
Yeah, but Conference League from they in Europa League. They Conference League winners. Let's not do that. Yeah. Let's not do that. But so now you are the guy you have to deliver. And I will be doing Copa America, La Liga watch-alongs. Of course, you'll get Champions League watch-alongs. I'll do some Copa del Rey watch-alongs. I'm watching you for performance. Results are not going to cut it. It can't be, they win a treble and you was the 5th best player. And Vinicius Jr. was better than you, and Rodrigo was better than you, and Tchouaméni was better than you, and Camavinga. And it just can't be, it's got to at least be close to the point there's a debate. Oh, Vinicius was better, but Mbappe was right there. Or Camavinga and Tchouaméni were very good, but Mbappe was right there. Yes. Kind of like the French winning the World Cup squad. You can say, oh, Pogba was better, but Mbappe was right there. Giroud was cold, but he was right there. But hey.
Yeah, see, the thing is like, the biggest thing about football is that football keeps moving, bro. Yamal is not a new story. Everybody looking at Yamal now and saying, this is what we care about now. And it's not doesn't mean that Mbappe is like irrelevant all of a sudden. No, but football moves on. New superstars, new players are coming onto the scene. New superstars are coming through. Because this is what we like as fans. We like new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Mbappe is becoming the old story now. Kind of like you are like 26 now. You're approaching your 30s. You're closer to 30 than you're to your 20s. Nobody's really gonna care. And this is probably one thing that you can say hurt him by staying by PSG. But then again, as mentioned before, I don't blame him for saying that because of what opportunity he was given there at PSG with the money. But he made a decision, but no, it may come to bite him back, from in terms of what you achieve from accolades wise. But this is why you say it's more important how his feat at Real Madrid needs to be special. It needs to be special. Yeah. But there's so many players who've been at the football club who's done so much more than
PSG. Deliver a champs.
The Champions League, and he has he has the chance as well. It's not like he didn't have the chances.
Yeah, had ample opportunities. I think PSG pretty much the entire time he's been there have at least been a quarterfinal side. They maybe the odd round of 16 game actually. I tell a lie, but they've been in the knockouts. Is the point I'm making?
The PSG made the same amount of Champions League finals as we did.
That's crazy. And you going out to all these Manchester United.
Bro, all these Manchester United, Edin Terzic, Dortmund, and I keep telling people, all like Atletico Madrid was much more even than PSG. Dortmund was supposed to be. Who else? there's a couple of teams in there.
I know
Actually.
they've
The
lost
I
it
think there's
against
probably a
like
Bayern. There's probably a Bayern
Real
there
Madrid.
between them.
There's a couple
In
times they
Madrid,
like bottled it from not bottled it, but like they've
they're
gone
leading
under
positions.
from leading positions. Real Madrid, I'll give you a blind. Real Madrid, I'll give you a blind in them ones, but like you can't be going out to much inferior opposition in the manner in which you do like Dortmund, and you're just anonymous in them games. Even against
This is
Manchester United, you pretty much you didn't do too much. I don't know if he played the second leg, but I know the first leg he didn't play. Oh no, the first leg he played. The second leg he didn't. Maybe.
Nobody knew Ryerson. Nobody knew. And it's like, who the fuck is Ryerson? And this dude looks up Mbappe.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I'll put on the screen there. We'll share.
Screen.
Yeah, because like this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what's gonna be like. That's what it's gonna be like. Like the by the way, caption is Mbappe joined. This is my caption. Mbappe joined Rodrigo and Winnie at Madrid. That's the video that I'll put there. Onto it. There you
go. Mm-hmm. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah. What the fuck? Get that nigga out of here.
Mazzo. Yo, look what Mbappe. Look, hey, Mbappe, it's on you. And the only way to turn this around is deliver at Madrid. You ain't even got 2-3 years. You got a season. You don't deliver in the season. Hey, I've got to sell my stocks. I've still got stocks. Still not sold them. But you got the 2024-25 season. Otherwise, I'm selling my stocks. And Mbappe,
they're coming off a Champions League win as well. Like this thing is bad for him in a way that they are doing so well even without you. They're like, you're just the extra at this point.
You have to go make, but that's the thing is, it's tough. Now you have to go make them better.
Yes.
You can't just win La Liga. You can't just win a Champions League. I'm saying it treble, which sounds crazy, but at least bare minimum double. And it has to be La Liga and the Champions League, and you have to perform exceptional. You have to be, if not the best player, arguably the best player. You can't drop below top 2. It has to be an arguable case where you go, all right, Bellingham was the guy, but hey, Mbappe, you credit to you. And is he capable of that? Yes, you have the talent, and you also have the players around you, and you're at the right team with the right manager. We're going to be watching closely. I've still got my Mbappe stocks. They're weak now, but we're not selling. I mean, I'm giving you one more year. But we're going into, because you can't be at 2025 and we're talking about what you did in 2018. That can't be it. That cannot be it. So we'll see. And I get to the Yamal comments as well that he made and everything like that. And I think it was AJB who said, how on earth have Real Madrid not won a treble? You know why? Because they don't really take La Liga too serious. They're the only major European, they're the only team in a major European country that don't take their league serious like that. Everybody else, to me, like Barcelona do, all the English sides do, German sides, French sides, Italian sides, like their leagues mean to, like, I've watched Real Madrid sacked a manager the season he won in the preseason after he won a league. I think it was Del Bosque. I'm going to have to go double check that. But they sacked him. Think about that, people. That would never happen anywhere else. A manager wouldn't win the Premier League and then he gets sacked not a season after that season. So it's like you win it in May and then you're sacked in June, July before the next season. That would never happen.
The most thing is here. Unless you have situations where, internally the manager and the board doesn't get along, even though you won the league. Nah, man, these dudes get along hella well, but they don't win the Champions League, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and to Jays who says, LOL, bro, stop the waffle. Real Madrid take La Liga serious. They don't take Copa del Rey serious. Here the thing is, I think you could win La Ligas there and you're still under scrutiny if you don't win the champs. The champs is their main thing. Like, they level that above. So how is it waffle? I've legit just said they sacked a manager who won La Liga and there was no... I don't know how old you are, but I remember it, Jays. There was no conversation about it. There was no uproar whatsoever. That would never happen in the Premier League. And there wouldn't be uproar. There's no way we'll take Pep out of it that Arne Slot or Ten Hag or Ange Postecoglou or Enzo Maresca win the league 2024/25 and he's sacked and the fans don't riot. What are we doing out here? Was it Del Bosque? It was somebody. They sat. If it wasn't Del Bosque, there was a manager they sacked straight after. I remember the conversation happening. I can't remember who it was. If it wasn't Del Bosque, it was somebody. Because I remember having a conversation. Exactly the whole reason Real Madrid built their Galacticos, because they win leagues. And when I say they don't take it serious, of course they, like, I can't believe I got to break this down. Of course they attempting to win 38 games out of 38 games. What I'm saying is it's not numero uno for them. It's not bread and butter. That's the point I'm making. They didn't bring in all them Galacticos to dominate domestically. Champions League is their thing. How many leagues have they won? It don't even get mentioned. But how many Champions Leagues they've won gets mentioned. I don't even know how many leagues they've won in their history.
Like during the period from 2010 to 2020, do people know how many league titles Ronaldo has won?
I think it's one or
two. Two league titles, I think, and the rest went to Barcelona and Atletico, but they won the Champions League and during the period as well. That's a prime example.
That's it. Like
it doesn't mean they just go and say, "Fuck it, we finish in fourth, but we win the Champions League." No, they still compete for the league titles because of just how good they are. But it doesn't mean necessarily that they put all focus on we must win the league.
Yeah.
No, if they know you have a good enough team to win the Champions League, they even at times put more effort there, and then they rotate in the league.
Yeah, it's all in on the champs is the point that I'm making for them, and it's proven it's all in on the champs. Yeah, again, I didn't even know it's 36 leagues. But the point I'm making is it don't get mentioned. It's not like with Liverpool where 19 times will get mentioned or 20 times for champs. Even a Copa del Rey's. But yeah, they got to deliver it. You got to deliver. Back to the point I was making anyway. I can't remember who the manager was, but I'm going to literally Google it in a sec. So wait, so Ronnie won more leagues at Juventus? Probably. Yeah, Ed, that's the point that I'm making. The one Champions League is worth 10, and their makeup is different. I don't know where it stems from, I'm not going to lie. But they're the only club that I like that. All right, but we move. We'll continue to run up the likes. Continue to hit the subscribe button. All that good stuff, people. We're over 40 people here. Let's get up to 40 likes as well. And we'll get to this. Shout out to Yamal. He said, the words are said at the end of the game. That person knows whom the message was for. And that's from a hashtag FCB Live. So at the end of the game, Yamal was like, talk. I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like talk now or something like that. And it was in regards to, I think it was Rabiot stated something that he needs to be better. Thoughts on this, Jess?
If you talk smack, be prepared to take heat, man.
Yeah.
Be prepared to take heat for your own actions, man. And he's still a young G. So even though yes, he's playing in the Euros and he's playing for Barcelona, he's still at the end of the day a young G. So he's gonna have the cheekiness about him to say fuck the all this professional thing, all this PR thing. Now it's like let me let loose, man. I'm a young guy. I want to say certain things I want to say. That's why I say, like I mentioned earlier, the IG post about the Rabiot's comment about talking things, just sitting back and observing or some shit. So yeah, but like the words that I said at the end of the game, the person knows who the message was. And how Rabiot, like Lamine Yamal is 16 years old playing for Barcelona as the starting right winger. Rabiot is a free agent now at 29, man.
Is he?
Like I said, man,
free agent, isn't he?
Yeah, he turned free agent. He turned free agent 10 days ago.
That's crazy.
So yeah, man.
Go.
Like I said, Lamine is breaking records for being the youngest goal scorer in Euros history. Rabiot broke a record for being the only free agent player to play in a semi-final of the Euros. Now you see the difference of levels right there. This is what I'm saying. Like, and they try to beef a 16-year-old man. Like, come on, man.
It is. Rabiot said Yamal got to step up and do more in his pre-match press conference. Never understood that. Why would you poke the bear?
Literally, that's the last person you want to do.
I don't get
last person. Like,
why would you do that? Why?
You could have said that about Rodri or some shit like that, because at least a midfield, he's not going to go and.
Yeah, even Rodri is like, you don't want, like, no, just show up. I don't get it.
And you are Rabiot, you know. You need to have some shame first and foremost.
This guy. Yeah.
But then again, he's a mama's boy, and also, and nothing wrong. By the way, chat, before anyone cries, there's nothing wrong being a mama's boy. But there's something wrong about being a mama's boy and being all rated as fucking football. I still don't know how people still rate the students and say they want them at their football clubs. I do not know that.
I don't get it either. I'm not with the Rabiot thing. When someone in the chat told me that he's better than Camavinga, I was like, all right, we don't have to go overboard to prove a point. Shout out to that person in Saeed's chat. He was like, Flawless is waffling. Rabiot's better than Camavinga. I bet. Okay. All right. Look at Jez over there choking because it's just that.
Bro, I still because I wasn't on stream. I wasn't on stream because I was doing food. When I saw the goal, bro, I was screaming. I was like, "Are you dumb? Lavine, are you dumb? What the fuck?" Bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. Like, bro, like I rarely get hyped for goals in general, even for Tottenham. And I was like, bro, but that's why I say I love international tournaments because of what it means sometimes.
I hear that. And yeah, I was just double checking to CP. I was just making sure as well with Del Bosque. He won La Liga and then got sacked. Because I believe they failed in the Champions League that year. Because who won it that year? 03. Was that AC? Who won it in 03?
I think
was it AC?
I think it was AC, I think.
I think it was AC. But basically what I'm saying is Champions League, La Ligas don't save your job there. Where at most other clubs, La Ligas will save your job. Even though they did go on a drought, I'm looking there. Oh, Jesus, they ran through managers. Look, Capello won one league. Did he win? Let's see if Capello won as well. Let me have a look. I forgot Capello managed Real Madrid, actually. Let's see, domestic. Where did he win it? La Liga. Wait, shit, did they do it to Capello as well? Fuck. Hold up. Yeah, they did it to Capello as well. Yeah, Milan beat Juve in 03 because it was at Old Trafford. That's what I remember. I didn't know they did it to Capello. Fuck. That's crazy. So 2006, 2007, they won the Liga. Capello got sacked. Let me see if there's any more. This is mad. Ben, oh yeah, he must have left for another job because he got sacked he went from July to December. But he won the Liga. This Bernd Schuster. Let me see who else. And obviously we know about Mourinho, etc. But that goes to show they done that shit twice. That'll happen nowhere else. But that's on them. Yeah, I didn't know it until I just looked. That Capello also got sacked after winning the league. It's a mazel. It really is. But yeah, on Yamal, he's him. And like Jez was saying, if you talk shit, you got to back it up. I just never understood that. Like, why poke the bear? Like, I'm all for hey, run it. But why Yamal? Especially, ain't someone your market either. That's the funny. Actually, you know what's ironic? It was you that he ducked inside. Hey, yo. It was you that he dropped the shoulder on. It was Rabiot.
Oh, but it was on his ass. What was I saying?
That he dropped the shoulder on. Rabiot,
he said I had to run it back real quick, bro. I had to run it back real quick.
Rabiot, he just dropped the shoulder on and sent Rabiot and then bent it top bins. It's like,
disgusting, bro. Disgusting. Like, it's like the universe, literally.
Yeah, it's like the universe don't miss, man. The sporting universe in particular does not miss. Tells you all you need to know, man. It's mad. Man said Rabiot was shit talking like that's Nurk shit talking Draymond. I'm all for it, but just back it up. I love it. So you know what? Carry on. I don't get it. If I was a French fan, I'd be annoyed. But from just a neutral standpoint, I'm with it. Well, if I'm a French fan, I'm pissed. Why are you talking? Why are you adding like he needs no more incentive than is in a Euro 20 to get to a Euro 2024 final. It's a Euro 2024 semi-final. All the incentive and all the motivation is there, and now you just added more. Why? For what reason? Especially when they've been playing the better football and we haven't been playing as well. Like if the French were a better team, I'd kind of hear it. If Yamal kind of flattered to deceive, I'd hear it. But Yamal's been playing well, as have Spain. Yeah, I'd be livid. And it was you that he broke past and bent in top bins because you didn't stop him from shooting. All right, bet. Okay. All right. Okay. Your fucking fault, mate. Warrior J says off topic, but Jed's thoughts on Dortmund's transfer market. Are you happy about it, or do you think Dortmund need more signings?
I'm happy person. Like obviously get the Pascal Cross deal done. And then obviously we're fucking up with the left back thing right now because obviously Kadayukli had a crazy year, so we are out of the price ranks now. We can't buy him, so we need a left back. We need to get a winger at least in because Sancho left. But we are already agreed terms with Jerky, so we just need to get the deal done. So get that deal done. Also, after I think all the transfers that had to be done so far. So I'm pretty much happy to keep it short and simple. But I seen Marlon, I seen Adeyemi linked to Chelsea. If Chelsea want them both, they can have them. Man. Adeyemi 30 million euros, Marlon 40 million euros. Thank you very much, man. And it goes to Ed's question literally right there. Seeing Adeyemi you happy for him to go? 100% I'm happy for him to go.
Really?
Right.
No, you're not a fan like that?
No, like he's Rashford for the defensive contribution, but not with offensive skills.
Damn.
Don't get twisted. Adeyemi is a decent player, but I said it earlier in the playbook. When somebody said you were a decent player, there's something with it. Then but you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If you're a good player, you're a good player, and they will tell you straight away. Like I can go and tell you multiple players I think is good. When somebody says you're decent, but okay, here's the negative coming up. So, if apparently the club's trying to sell him for 30 million euros, which is like 25 million pounds, makes sense why Chelsea might be looking at him. And if Chelsea wants him, go ahead, man, take him. Like I celebrate. We have the better winger on the bench actually, which is the ironic part. Binding Gittins is the way. Binding Gittins is the way better. Is the much better winger. Binding Gittins is the way better winger out of them two. And I debated earlier in the afternoon morning. I debated that with Steve in the crew just talking about it like that, and which he even essentially agreed with as well. That like that, I think his game is just too meaty in my opinion. Like he's just not. Like this is not a guy I look at and say as a squad player, okay, cool, whatever. But as a starter, when you want to, if you want to be a team that wants to compete for top four, why not? But as a starter, not really for me. Nah, like I'm not really the biggest Adeyemi fan. Like I used to love Adeyemi when he came through at Dortmund.
So that you're just like whatever, man. Like
yeah,
it's cool. Like, just not really a big deal. Cool.
Yeah, like nah, like we have the better winger on the bench. This is kind of like my thing.
Fuck. Jeez, like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even no hate, like no hate or anything. It's just my honest opinion. If I really want to be honest, like
I know, I know you being honest. I know ain't no hate because it's your player. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like no, like because I literally even said like in the Champions League, I'm gonna say why we take Adeyemi off because like of what he's good at, he's good at, which is running and being good defensively, as a winger. But if you really want to start competing, he's just not going to be the winger, in my opinion.
No, fair. That's very fair. Let's see what else you lot. Obviously, any Manchester United questions you lot have, feel free to get in because we are gonna leave this live stream, head straight over to the Argentina-Canada game. We'll also be live on the playback for it as well. Copa America 2024 semi-final. Because as you can see from my name, what does it say underneath there, people? No days off, man. No days off. We're working out here all throughout the summer. Even though I will take a day off later on this month, ironically, because my cousin getting married, but we move. I'm still gonna try and figure out a stream for you lot. I'll try and figure out something. Lamine Yamal, who'll become 17 next Saturday. I've just told my mum she does not need to get any present if we win the final on the weekend. Now, his mum will still get him a present, though. And she should. I think his mum will still get him a present. Like, for real. But shout out to Yamal. I love to see it. I love to see things like that. Players just ball out. Like, that's one thing I don't think I've seen anybody hating on him, which is rare. It's very rare in the footballing thing. I think everybody, bar who's Spain are playing, want Spain to win solely for Yamal. Imagine that 16, 17 winning the Euros. It's crazy. Just fresh out of school type shit. Hey, props to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Props to him without doubt. Yes, Emi Martinez watch. Hopefully that semi-final will be good as this semi-final we watched because Spain-France was good. I'm hoping Argentina-Canada is a good one as well. Hopefully, just for sheer chaos purposes, Canada can win. I did see Drake put a bet on Canada to win. I think, what was it, like 300k bet or something? Make sure you only gamble. Make sure you gamble responsibly. Only if you're over the legal age as well, people. Make sure you do that. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions from any members as well. Big up to Warrior J. Just put the Argentina lineup in the chat. Emily Martinez in goal. And you got Montiel, Romero, Martinez, and Tagliafico. Enzo, Rodrigo, DePaul, McAllister. Oh, Di Maria's back in. So you got Messi, Di Maria, and Julian Alvarez. Because Di Maria's, I don't know if he's been injured, but not seen him. So it's Di Maria back in the side. So probably Di Maria from the left, Messi from the right, Alvarez up top. Midfield trio of Rodrigo, DePaul, McAllister, and Enzo Fernandez. So it's probably that. And then your back four is your back four with Emi Martinez and goal. Argentina have been good. I do believe it will be an Argentina or Colombia final. I think Colombia win. And to Sorofalo says, too bad Yamal plays for the most corrupt club in the world. Yeah, that ain't on him, though. And I'm hoping they get right. Nephew said Yamal were 30 days apart. That is crazy. That is crazy. Because how old is that? Like 34.
Yeah, bro. Like, he's young, bro. Like all I have to say is, bro, like, bro, H, bro. When are you getting through the Aston Villa academy, bro? It's taking a minute, man. Come on, man. You can't let me do you like that, man. Come
on. His performances you rank more Rooney 04, Yamal 2024. Rooney 04 simply because of the competition he was facing. That's it, which is not a shot at Yamal. But if Yamal wins it, here's what it is, because Rooney got injured. So, but yeah, go on, fam.
Yeah. Now people told me that Rooney 04 was cold, but I was literally like free, or yeah, you know what I mean? I was free during the period.
Rooney 04 was different, and you know what the Thuram did, and a couple of other French players did exactly what Rabiot did, was talking shit about him. It's like, who's this guy, this youngster, blah blah blah, and all this type of rubbish. So, yeah, like that tells you. Or it tells you all you need to know. It's like, oh, shut up. I don't get it. I really don't. But then again, if I'm Lillian Thuram, I'm talking shit to whoever I want to talk shit to be honest, as a defender. Big up Sorofel for the super chat. Says, bracket is tilted in Copa America for Argentina. Would Brazil, Uruguay, or Colombia beat Argentina if they were on the other side of the bracket? I think Colombia would. I think Uruguay would. I don't think Brazil beat them. But the way that they did the brackets, I didn't like. You shouldn't get rematches in the semi-final from the group stages. It should be obvious. Well, Copa America did what Copa America did. I ain't gonna lie. Using the only people I know in the Canadian lineup, obviously Alphonso Davies, Madon, Bombito, David, and I know Larin, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you know any more of these, Jez, and give your thoughts on it as well, to be honest.
Obviously Davis. Conan, he made his move known to Marseille. He was at Watford last season. Obviously, everybody knows David. Esther Q, I can't really say his name. He plays for Porto. I don't really know this Canadian team like that. I'll be honest.
I don't know that team. Yeah. I'm just hoping.
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not really too familiar with them.
I'm not really familiar like
but
that.
I hope I kind of can do the business, man. It would be hilarious just for the. I'm here for chaos, man.
Yeah, just to see the messy stuff.
I said already. I just want to see Canada win on U.S. soil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great. And he get to dunk on the Americans. You know, frauds like Sunshine, TJ. What other American frauds do we know?
There's a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. But those two are the two that came to mind. Make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Subscribe to Sunshine FC as well. But yeah, those two stick out. I'm trying to think.
There's probably a lot of rival fans there from the US.
But hey, you know what? Run me Canada winning the Copa America on US soil. Just cause.
Yes.
Just cause. That should be funny. Can't lie. That shit would be hilarious. Just cause. Oh yeah, how to forget Steve? Yeah. That asshole. Steve. Yeah. How to forget that big numpty? You know what I'm saying?
I would say Peter, but then again, Peter, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he don't get. He's far from a fraud. You know what I'm saying? He's just a crazy individual. Yeah, Stevie would even consider a fraud. Just an absolute, just a fool. You know what I'm saying? Just an Egypt. Jacob, yeah, defo fraud. TJ, Jacob, Sunshine. There's a lot of frauds over that side of the pond in this space still. I can't lie. I throw Steve in just because I don't like him. So yeah, we'll throw Steve in the mix. Look at these lot got starting five. You know what I'm saying? Their starting five might be stronger than the UK starting five. So this, and I'll forget as well, Sheik. You got him also.
Oh,
I'll forget Sheik. You know what I'm saying? Top 3 on the list, top 3 selected. Fuck. Nah, Marshall a real one. Nah, we ain't doing that to Marshall. He has some crazy views on
Marshall,
Chelsea, but Marshall a real one.
Marshall also a fraud. It depends on the situation. The guy can
Yeah. He has some joke. Vea's Canadian. The Canadian squad is strong though as well. You got Vea, you got freaking CP. Jeez. Like just those two alone. Yeah, Sheik hates the US national team. Yeah. That's why we don't really include him in that.
Nah, but you know what? Just because you know why? You are in the you are just in the fire.
Yeah,
so you just getting called in and like fuck it.
We just throw you in the mix, yeah, just because your fraudulence is around. The UK 5, that's a whole different conversation, nephew. How much time I got to put that on a big spreadsheet, you know what I'm saying, and figure that out and do the maths. That's what that is. But we move. But all right, we're gonna close out anyway. Love to everyone that's locked in. Don't forget this show. All the other shows on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So if you want to just listen to your podcast audio only, that's absolutely fine, people. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. So if you are a Spotify user, even if it's not for podcast, if you just use Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV and follow us on there and 5-star us, it helps. Trying to get these Spotify, bags, people. So the more we grow on Spotify, the more brands will reach out to me. And then the more brands reach out to me, the more I can be here and the more content I can do, people. That'd be a massive help. Same with iTunes, all you iPhone users as well. Make sure you 5-star us. If you use iTunes, Apple Podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV. Same with SoundCloud or wherever you listen to podcasts as well. Yes, there will be another Q&A tomorrow. It'll be earlier than this one, because this one started at 11:30. I pushed it back. Shout out to my Don Predator, because he was on BBC. He was on BBC One Extra, and he was dropping a new tune, and I had to listen because Predator, I'm a huge supporter of him, and he was dropping. For those that know about grime, know about Predator, and he dropped Circles, which is a classic instrumental he made years ago, and then he's remixed it for 2024 and did an all-star rhythm and file. So I was tuned into that. But yeah, 11 p.m. because obviously whether England win or England lose, it's going to be a topic of conversation, because people are going to be here to celebrate or people are going to be here to hate. So either or, there's going to be a conversation. But like I keep telling people, Spain and France were just playing for second place. You know why? Because it's coming home, people. It's coming home. And you should believe me and Jez, even though we're lying. Like, here, let me say that again. You should believe me and Jez when we tell you it's coming home, even though we are indeed lying. Jez,
I needed to come home, man, for the celebrations, man. For the celebrations for the closeness, man. For the parties, man, to say like this is where the black and white all can come together, man. You know what I'm saying?
If they win it, like, because even though it's a Sunday, I'm gonna try to step out that night if they win it still, because it's probably gonna be lit. It's probably gonna be lit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So we need it for the culture, man. Let's go, man.
For the culture. Big up to TJ as well. Says he's gonna stay on vacation. Big up TJ, man. But we're gonna have England win the Euros on German soil, and we're gonna have the Canadians win Copa America on US soil. And you should believe that, people, even though I'm lying. I'm telling you, this is the way forward. Well, like I said, we are gonna indeed close out. We're going straight direct over. If you're only watching on YouTube, we're gonna redirect straight to the Argentina-Canada watch along, where I'll be going live in like 10-15 seconds, people. We'll be live on the playback as well. So make sure you get over to the playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv, or download the playback app. Watch on both. If you're on the YouTube, get to playback.tv/sarcasmcitytv, or download the playback app from your app store and open up two. Same way, if you're on the playback, I don't need to tell you where to find YouTube. You have two devices. Help us, you know what I'm saying, trick the algorithm, people, because it all helps, because we're going to keep the content rolling. Because just because Euros and Copa America coming to a close does not mean we stop. That means all the club podcasts will be back. Also, basketball, Olympics, football, Olympics. And then once that's finished, we right back in the Premier League, where you get Premier League watch-alongs. You will also now get La Liga watch-alongs. You will get more 12:30 kickoffs on Saturdays. You will get more 3 p.m. kickoffs on Saturdays. You'll get more early kickoffs on Sundays as well. We are up in the ante here at Sarcasm City TV. We do not indeed stop. We do not stop. New logos incoming for Sarcasm City TV. You already know, man. New logos incoming. New logos coming for the watch-alongs as well, man. We stepping it up. I will reopen the shop if it's not this month, August, for you lot as well, for more Sarcasm City TV merch, because you lot have been asking for hoodies and beanies and snapbacks, bucket hats, etc. Of course, the t-shirts as well, plus more. 16/10 merch will be available once again also. I'm glad the summer had tournament football since summer is always boring. Facts, I didn't have to do freaking transfer streams and all them things there. So over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. Anyways, we are indeed going to close out, people. We are indeed gonna close out. But love to everyone that's locked in. Just my bad. Anything you do indeed want to add before we close out?
Nah, big up everybody. I'm not gonna be there immediately actually, but I'm gonna be there though. Yeah, I just need to just rest and chill, man. But yeah,
man, get your rest, chill out, man. Get your rest, chill out.
Yeah,
so yeah,
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there though.
We're live in like 5-10 seconds for the Argentina Canada watch along. But this has been the Euro 2024 Q&A live stream on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and it's coming home. And again, you should believe me, people, even though I'm lying. Salute.